Welcome to Kidmissing TV. I am your host, Angelina Wilson. Today we're going to talk about the case of John and Anton Schuessler and their best friend, Robert Bobby Peterson. They disappeared on October 16, 1955. They had gone to the movies to see Disney's The African Lion in Chicago, where they lived, and they went to the nearby bowling alley afterwards and weren't seen again after that and never made it home. On October 18th, their bodies were found. Now, I'm not posting pictures here of their bodies, although they were in the newspaper, and if you'd like to see them and if you'd like to know more about the people involved in their case, I will post a link to Faces of the Forgotten, where Ron talks about it and visits the graves. I will post a link to both of his videos. I will also post a link in the card at the end to my video on the Grimes sisters case, which is connected to this case. They were, by the way, 13, 11, and 12. Oh no, 13, 11, and 14. They weren't very old, and you might say, yikes, they were wandering around the city of Chicago. Well, it was 1955. You know, my father would be about their age at that time. So, in fact, my father would have been 11. So he would have been Anton's age. A huge lead came in 1977 when suspect Ken Hansen was said to have bragged about the murders. And at this time in 1977, the police were investigating the disappearance of candy heiress Helen Brock. Now, what is the connection to that, you ask? Well, Hansen worked for a guy that owned horses, you know, racehorses, expensive racehorses, bred them and, you know, bought and sold them, but who was kind of a criminal. His name was Silas Jane. And his enterprise is what is connected to Helen Brock. They believe her disappearance is connected to illegalities in Silas Jane's horse enterprise. Ken Hansen worked with him and for him, and it is believed that he lured the boys to the stables to see the horses, at which point, in the midst of sexually assaulting brothers, the other little boy saw this, so he killed all three, and Silas Jane helped dispose. Again, Silas Jane, not a nice guy. In fact, he would have hit out on his own brother twice. Second time actually killed him. He went to jail for lots of years, thank goodness. This case actually had a book written about it by the original investigating officer called 3 Boys Missing. It was phenomenal. In the description I will also post a link to Amazon with the book, if the book is there. So, Jane is said to, again, have helped conceal the crime, although they didn't conceal it very well. They were put in a ditch on the side of the parking lot of a public, like, kind of a state forest type area, but state forest park type area. They really weren't hidden. They were completely naked. Again, Ron did post the pictures from the newspaper of their little bodies. I don't feel comfortable doing that, but like I said, I will post links to Ron's Faces of the Forgotten profiles on these children, because I think he does a fabulous job. He was not convicted, however, Jane that is, for his part in this case. What was discovered was that Hansen was a convicted pedophile and was finally convicted in this case in 1995. But it was overturned because the jury heard testimony about him trolling the streets for boys. Okay. Well, yeah, he trolled the streets for boys. How else did he get these boys? I don't understand why that testimony got the conviction overturned, but he was retried and convicted again in 2002. That conviction was upheld in 2004. He died in prison in 2007. Goodbye. And again, Silas Jane was not convicted. I'm not sure. I know Silas Jane was convicted of a few things. I don't know if he was convicted in his connection to Helen Brock. I know he wasn't convicted in his connection to the Grimes sisters, who are also believed to have been killed on his property. Again, I'll make sure in the card above, or actually down here, that I put my video for them. So you have a lot to catch up on after you watch this video. I appreciate you watching, liking, subscribing. I even got a dislike for the first time, which is weird. But you can't satisfy everybody. You know, there's an old saying, you can't satisfy all the people all the time. And it's true. I got comments on a video saying that I had a date incorrect. I misspoke. I didn't say the date that was actually in the poster. And I apologize for that. But as far as the year being wrong, there are questions about the year in that particular case. So I did it to the best of my research. And that's all I can do in these cases. You know, it was that contact the families or whatever. That is not always possible. Some of these cases are pretty old. That case in particular was pretty old. So I just wanted to let you know that I do the very best I can. We all misspeak sometimes. And I'm sorry, I didn't catch it. So, like I said, I just wanted to let you know that. And if you know something about a case that I missed, let me know. If you are a family member or a friend or something, please comment. I've had those comments. I love those comments. I try to comment back to all the comments because I don't get a ton. There may come a time when I get so many that I can't, but I'm notified every time I get one, and I click on it immediately and comment. So, just so you know, this particular case, I read the book, but a lot of these cases I have to thank other YouTubers for giving me the names, but I never copy their videos. I always do my own research, because maybe I'll find something they didn't, who knows, you know. So I always do my own research. So between Christy Sky, Dark Curiosities, which is also Christy Sky, and Brooke McKenna, and like I said, Ron of Faces of the Forgotten. Excuse me, I need to thank them all, because I wouldn't have a file folder with about 5 pages of names to look up. And I do. I newspaper archive. I Google like crazy. Anything I can think of, message boards, to find information on these cases and try to be as accurate as I possibly can. Thank you for joining me today as we delve into another fascinating case. At least this one's solved, but I still wanted to do it because it is connected to another case, and because I found the book so good and the case so fascinating, solved or not. Have a great day. God bless you, and we will see you again Wednesday when it will be my birthday. Goodbye and God bless.